Here we go. The Chicago Bears finally lose a game in the 2020 NFL season as they drop one to the Indianapolis Colts. And boy, was it ugly as they lose 19-11. Yes, that's right. The Bears put up 11 points, and not even really 11 because that was in garbage time. They really put up 3 points. All right. There's a lot to talk about, folks. I'm going to get into all that. All right. Before I do, you know I got to just make sure I get it out of the way. If you're new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe if you have not done so already, folks. I'm bringing you the latest, greatest, and best Bears content around. I promise you that, all right? I'm promising you that. So make sure you guys support me. And the best way to do so is hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the post notifications to be notified every time I drop a new video, because I do so pretty much every day, certainly every week. And last but not least, follow me on my social media, guys. Links down below and on the screen for my Twitter and Instagram. And I was live tweeting during the game, as I usually do. And boy, was there a lot of frustration. So, I have a lot to say. I am about to unleash, and you're going to want to sit back, relax, because I am about to go off. So, let's start with getting something out of the way first. I'm going to get the defense out of the way first. Defense, I'm not mad at you. You guys were solid. Were you spectacular, absolutely elite? No, but you were solid. And I think you did your job and held your end of the bargain. All right? 19 points. I'll take it, to a Colts offense. Again, that we've seen can put up points. So 19 points. And Phillip Rivers under 200 yards. Jonathan Taylor under 70 yards rushing. I will take it. So defense, you did your job. I wish Khalil Mack held on to that interception. Maybe I wish we had a little bit more sacks. But overall, I am okay with the defensive performance today. And I will cut them some slack by saying they did their job, and so they don't get much blame from me, really, any. So let's put the defense aside. All right? So I just want to get that out of the way, because this is going to be all about the damn offense. Oh, boy, this is going to be about the offense, because here is the thing. Matt Nagy, who I said last week I trust moving forward, just absolutely wets the bed right when I put my trust in him. Right when I put my trust in him, Matt Nagy goes and turns back into 2019 Matt Nagy. All right? And this time, there's no excuses in terms of having somebody to blame. See, Mitchell Trubisky got benched. And you guys might be thinking, Faiz, why are we bringing up Mitch? And here's the thing. I'm only bringing up Mitch this one time, and then I'm done bringing him up. Because you know what? Nobody else can bring him up. All right? And what do I mean by that? I mean, Matt Nagy got his quarterback, Nick Foles, who he wanted. He benched Mitchell Trubisky, who he wanted to bench. And he gets to run his offense with a competent quarterback who has won a Super Bowl, right? Nick Foles is better than Mitchell Trubisky. So Matt Nagy gets to do all that. And so it is all on Matt Nagy now. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to get to Nick Foles in a second here. But when I'm talking about the offense and the play calling, it's Matt Nagy. So no more, oh, Mitchell Trubisky can't do this, Mitchell Trubisky can't do that, blah, 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 because Mitch wasn't out there. You can't use him as a scapegoat anymore. And I did see some overthrows, and they weren't by Mitchell Trubisky. Just saying, all right? So Matt Nagy is the first person I want to talk about here, because he had his quarterback out there. He had his offense out there, and his play calling was absolutely atrocious. And not only that, the fact is, you can't put up more than 3 freaking points. And don't give me the 11 points. That was in garbage time. The Robinson touchdown was absolute garbage time. They don't even deserve to have that. This score should be 19-3. The Bears don't even deserve to have 11 points. But 3 points. 3 points for Matt Nagy. Because if you think about it, Matt Nagy had everything that he wanted. Because, again, you can't blame Mitchell Trubisky anymore. You have everything you wanted. And don't give me the Colts defense is number one and elite. They played the Jets. Gardner Minshew ripped them up. And they beat the damn Vikings, the lowly Vikings. They have not beaten and shut down the Chiefs or the Seahawks or any of these powerful offenses. Don't give me the number one defense. Are they better than any defense we faced so far? Yes. Absolutely. But are they number one in the NFL defense? No, I don't think they're that good. And I certainly don't think they're good enough to where the Bears only can put up 3 points. No, that falls squarely on the shoulders of the head coach and Matt Nagy. And I'm telling you, here's the thing. Matt Nagy has to understand that this is what would have happened because he can't blame Mitchell Trubisky anymore. This falls squarely on his shoulders. He has to be better. And don't worry, I'm getting to Nick Foles soon, but I'm just focusing on Matt Nagy right now because there are no excuses. And the schedule only gets harder from here on out. We got the Bucs next week. We play the Saints. We play the Packers twice. It's going to be insanely difficult. And so for Matt Nagy, I'm just saying this. If we lost this game, but we're competitive, fine. So be it, even though I believe the Bears are the better team and they should have won this game going into it. Not obviously what you saw on the field because they were putrid and they were certainly not the better team. But point being is, the Bears, if they were competitive, and let's say we lost what I had predicted, like a close game, 24-21, even though I had them winning, let's say they lost that game, I'd say, okay, fine. You know, the Colts, they're a solid team. We lost, so be it. But 3 points? 3 points, folks. 3 points. Do you understand how hard that is to score 3 points only in today's NFL? In today's NFL, when we saw what the score was for that Cowboys Browns game, 3 points. I can't wrap my mind around it. In today, in 2020's NFL, 3 points. So you know what? Again, I don't want to overreact to just one game, but when you have a performance like this, it makes me really question whether or not which Matt Nagy is it really, because the Matt Nagy today, he's calling, third and short runs with Cordero Patterson instead of David Montgomery. He's not even drawing up easy third down plays, for Nick Foles. Like, it was bad out there, folks. And so for Matt Nagy, all the heat is going to come his way, and he should know this, and he deserves it certainly today. Absolutely. Hold everybody's feet to the fire like everybody held Mitch's feet to the fire. Do it. Be consistent about it. And here's the other thing I want to bring up. What did I say in my preview for this game? What are the 3 keys for the Bears? What did I say? I said, number 1, put pressure on Phillip Rivers. Okay, 1 sack, less than 200 yards. Fine, I'll take it. I wish there was more pressure, but I'll take it. And he did convert a lot of third downs when I wish he wouldn't. But again, did Phillip Rivers have a monster game? No, he did not. All right? So for that one, you can probably check it off. Stop Jonathan Taylor. I think the Bears did that. 17 carries for 68 yards. Absolutely. Check it off. Stop Jonathan Taylor. What was the third key on that? Establish the run. Folks, David Montgomery had 10 carries. 10. Nick Foles threw the ball 42 times. Let me repeat that. Nick Foles threw the ball 42 times. This is my problem. Matt Nagy, for some damn reason, just never wants to establish the run, or at least stick with it, because he was doing it and now he reverted back to the 2019 Matt Nagy. All right? Again, I'm not trying to react from one game, folks. I'm really not, but this is how I'm feeling in the moment, and I'm letting you guys know it. All right? And with Matt Nagy, I have been hammering this point, is try and establish the run. If the run is not working, fine. You can go to the pass, but they never got in a rhythm. David Montgomery never got a chance to establish the run, and it was doomed from the beginning because Matt Nagy never stuck to it, ever. All right? You're running damn Cordell Patterson out there on third and shorts, and it is just awful to see, folks. All right? So that right there sums up the game. 42 passes thrown for Nick Foles and 10 rushes for David Montgomery. And I've said this from the beginning. No matter who's the quarterback of this team, Nick Foles or Mitchell Trubisky, I wanted the Bears to be a running football team. I wanted the Bears to be a team that runs the football a lot with David Montgomery, plays solid defense, does not turn the ball over, works the clock, milks the clock so the other team can't get on the field. I wanted the Bears to be that team. Now, Matt Nagy thinks he can be this high-powered offense. Well, you got your quarterback. You bench Mitchell Trubisky. You got to throw the ball 42 times. And what did you still put up? 3 points. 3 points. So put the blame, folks, on Matt Nagy. Hold his feet to the fire. I'm sorry. Just like Mitchell Trubisky had a job to do, and he didn't do it, Matt Nagy had a job to do. He didn't do it today. He was just awful, flat out awful. Let's talk about Nick Foles. What did Nick Foles put up today? Let me just double check here. 26 for 42, like I mentioned, obviously with the passing attempts. 249 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Here's the thing, folks. I know a lot of people want to just rip Nick Foles. I mean, I will do it. I can do it, but I didn't have big expectations. Nick Foles in this game was not great. He wasn't great. And you know what? Here's the thing. When Nick Foles was promoted to the starting quarterback and Mitch Trubisky got benched, everybody's thinking, oh my God, we have a quarterback now and Nick Foles is the answer. He's the savior. No, he's not. No, he's not. Nick Foles is who he is at this point. Yeah, he had that Super Bowl run where he played good for 3 games, but Carson Wentz was the MVP that year for the Eagles. And he would have won MVP if he didn't get hurt. Case Keenum went to the NFC title game. That's happened with quarterbacks before. But over the stretch of his career, Nick Foles is who he's been. An average quarterback sometimes gets hot. And today, I saw overthrows. I saw really bad throws sometimes. Nick Foles was not great today. All right? Not great at all. And quite frankly, he was poor today. He played poorly. Again, evidenced by the fact that they put up 3 points. I just can't get past that. 3 points. All right? So, Nick Foles was awful. And you can't blame Mitchell Trubisky because, again, I saw some overthrows out there. I saw some bad quarterbacking play out there. Now, am I going to put this more on Nick Foles than Matt Nagy? No, I'm not. This is still more on Matt Nagy than it is on Nick Foles. But Nick Foles needs to be better. Hold Nick Foles to the standard that everybody kept holding Mitchell Trubisky to. If Mitchell Trubisky puts up 3 points, if this is Mitchell Trubisky, literally, Twitter's on fire. Twitter's on fire. Mitchell Trubisky's roasted every 5 seconds. You would have memes being made. You would literally have, it would be crazy. You would literally have everybody and their moms roasting Mitchell Trubisky. That's how bad it would be. That's how bad it would be if Mitchell Trubisky puts up 3 points. So hold Nick Foles to the same standards that you would have held Mitchell Trubisky. And actually hold him to higher standards, because you think he's that guy. All right, just a couple other things here, folks. I could go drive by drive, play by play, but you guys know the deal. They all are 3 and outs and leading to 3 freaking points, all right? Anthony Miller was awful. He was just flat out awful. The one drive where it looked like we were going to score and it probably would have been a touchdown, Anthony Miller drops it. You can't do that. He's way too inconsistent. I don't even put that on Nick Foles. That was a good enough throw for Anthony Miller to catch it. Anthony Miller's dropped like 3 touchdowns now this season. It's just become a problem. We only have one dependable receiver, and that's Allen Robinson. Until Anthony Miller proves to me otherwise, I'm off him. I'm off him for now. If they decide to bench him for the next game for a little bit, I wouldn't even mind it. He has just been so inconsistent. Darnell Mooney's played better than him at this point. Just awful. Can we dust up other receivers? Jawan Wims, maybe? Riley Ridley? My goodness, I'm just fed up of Anthony Miller. My God, he has been awful with the drops, okay? Charles Leno. This man is a turnstile on the offensive line. He is a revolving door, just letting all the defensive linemen, just defense, come through. Please come through and sack Nick Foles, sack the quarterback. He is awful. Charles Leno was brutal today. Was brutal. The offensive line could not protect, especially Charles Leno. He had an awful game. Just awful. So, folks, we want to talk about the fact that, it was just Mitchell Trubisky. Look, folks, Mitchell Trubisky's not there for people to scapegoat anymore and blame anymore. Oh, no. This is why I said at the beginning, I'm going to bring up Mitch once, and I never want to bring him up again. Because you guys can't, and when I'm talking about you guys, I'm talking about the naysayers out there, can't blame any of this on Mitchell Trubisky. The offense sucked. Blame Matt Nagy. Blame Nick Foles. The receivers were bad. Allen Robinson outside of him. Tight ends. Offensive line was garbage. The only people you can't blame, the defense and and Mitchell Trubisky. I'll be honest, that's the case. So, to me, those are the only 2 people you can't blame anything about. Blame everyone else. So, in order of blame, if I had to put a percentage on things, today I would probably say, I'd probably blame Matt Nagy 70%, Nick Foles 20%, well, let's say 60, 30, 60, 20, so that's 80, and then receiver / offensive line 20. So Matt Nagy gets the lion's share of the blame for me, and then it's Nick Foles, and then it's the receiving core and the offensive line. Honestly, folks, I'm not blaming the defense at all this game. I think they did their job, and obviously you cannot blame Mitchell Trubisky because he didn't play. So, folks, it's only going to get harder from here on out. We got the Bucs on a short week Thursday night. Get ready. Get ready. All right, now we get to see what this team's made of, all right? Not trying to overreact here. Still 3-1. That's why it was important to get those wins early on against the easy teams. But now it gets hard. Now it's time for everybody to hold their feet to the fire and see that their jobs could be on the line, not just our former starting quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, all right? So Nick Foles needs to play better. Matt Nagy has to be better. It just has to be. Anthony Miller needs to be better. Charles Leno needs to be better. This entire offense needs to be better, or else it could get ugly quick, fast, and in a hurry. So let me know what you guys think, folks. Leave a comment down below. And if I missed any, let me know. I always hate it, folks. I just try to let it out as much as I could. But, man, that was awful. That was awful. Shame on you, Matt Nagy. Shame on you, Nick Foles. And shame on this Bears offense. Anthony Miller, Charles Leno, the guys I mentioned. We expect better. We need better. And hopefully they will play better and coach better. So leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree. As always, thanks for watching.